Okay, so yeah, as we mentioned, we're full spoilers here. Yeah, Kristoff's song was my highlight of the. It's
It
one
was
of the best scenes in
amazing.
cinema this year. An '80s power ballad from Kristoff himself, and
And
it's
just
introduced
like
with reindeers.
with
Oh,
Sven singing too.
art,
I
art.
just I think the funniest thing is right when it started, I was like, yo, like this is just bad. Like why are
But
they
like
doing
in
this?
such
And
a
then
beautiful way.
within like 15 seconds I understood that it was like a joke
Yeah.
and then they went like really hard into it.
Well, I almost
Yeah.
don't feel like it was a joke.
Well, it's not like a joke, but you
Just
know what I
because,
mean.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, they're playing on the '80s, but I'm not sure because they're so committed to it.
yes, that's what I'm thinking is like
I mean, they like knew what they were doing, I think.
yeah,
Oh,
they
for
definitely
sure.
knew what they were doing.
But yeah, no, there's tons of great songs here. I really dug into the unknown. You mentioned another thing that I was a big fan of. The whole okay, so Angelis mentions obviously like Frozen annoyed you a little bit with the first film. I was so worried that Olaf was going to be very annoying in this film. He's hilarious.
Olaf was so funny.
Yeah,
Oh
when
yeah,
he's
I loved his song When I'm Older.
yeah,
I think it was
Yeah.
really
Where he's like
funny.
Samantha.
It was so funny.
they just
I
know.
also loved his recap of the first one.
Well,
I was
that's
like,
what I
oh
was
my
going
god.
to
Yeah.
say. That is
Ice
such
Palace
a
for one. Ice Palace for one. It's so funny.
But on top of that, I loved it was such a small thing to have them do, but Sterling K. Brown just reacting like voice wise, just being like, "Oh no, oh
I know.
what is it?" Like he's so good of a presence in this film. I also really like the charades they do of them just hanging out, having fun.
Yeah, I thought that was good for character development and stuff.
Yeah, I really dig these characters. But the one thing that I'm going to throw out that I sort of had a problem, I really don't love the implications of this film because, okay, you mentioned the colonialism thing. They have two characters in here that they throw in from the original. I forget what the group of people is, but they have the group of people, the community that's in the outskirts, and they don't make like they introduce two of the characters, but they don't give them any chance to like develop them at all. And like this movie's already a little over, but like one of them was like, "Oh, I'll help you propose. Don't worry, I know the old tradition." And
that's Kristoff's new boyfriend.
No, they're clearly free.
Yeah, he really is. Hey, please.
No,
They love each other.
They were so into each other.
Yeah, it was
Right,
like the Brokeback
they're a
Mountain.
Brad and Kyle hanging out.
It was Brokeback Mountain for kids.
No, it
really
was not.
It sure was.
This is
They were very
slanderous.
into
Okay, here's
I
the
just
thing.
love that they like
Yeah.
Sorry, so Kristoff didn't get a song in the first one, and everyone was like, "Why didn't Kristoff get a song when Jonathan Groff played him? Like, what are you guys doing?" So they were like, "We're gonna
It was
give
really
him
odd.
the best song instead to make up for it." Sorry, I just forgot to throw that in.
No, you're fine. But so
someone like me who like does not really I don't want to say doesn't pick up, but like who like the whole Finn and Poe, and when I heard of that I was like, oh, what, really? Like that's a thing? Or like whenever people do this in movies, I'm like, oh really? Like I didn't pick up on that. Like I was like, I remember after I saw Frozen 2, I was like, oh, by the way, Lindsay, was that like one like indigenous guy? Like he was like really into Kristoff, wasn't he?
No, he was not.
He was so into Kristoff.
No, they were just friends.
Oh, right.
No,
Yeah,
okay, the one I will push a little bit on is the person in the community that was talking to Elsa for a second.
Yeah, that's Elsa's new girlfriend.
Yeah, but that's not Kristoff's new boyfriend.
Yes, it is.
Kristoff
you
loves
can't have
Anna.
two gay
Kristoff loves
Okay,
Anna.
it's called polyamory.
No, but
First
he
of all.
loves
Yeah.
Anna. He's loyal
People can
to.
love more than one person.
But also,
No.
I never said that Kristoff was into Ryder. I
That
said
doesn't
Ryder
sound
was
very
into Kristoff.
Christian.
No, you said that's his new boyfriend.
Yeah, it is his new boyfriend.
Well, it's not his new boyfriend because he
No,
doesn't
it's
want
like
him
when
to be.
it's like that one meme where it's like, this is my boyfriend Kristoff, and this is his boyfriend Ryder.
But he was probably married already, Lindsay.
No, he's not.
He probably was. He knew the marriage ritual.
Yeah, because he like grew up in that community.
I'm
Just let us have
skeptical.
this representation.
No, but so the implications
Here,
of that
let's have a vote. Let's have a vote.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
vote on
no,
it.
y'all are clearly gonna outnumber me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, who thinks Ryder's gay?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Dang it.
it's 3 versus 1. Hey, please.
Well, my vote counts 4 times. But no, okay.
God.
So having the yeah, colonialism, because they were like, oh, we're gonna build this damn psych, we're gonna kill y'all. Okay, so to not include either of those characters, be like, oh, don't worry, we'll fix it for y'all. I was like, I feel like this is bad, like messages behind. I don't know. It just felt like off to me. But also, this is like, I'm not saying this like
I
animation.
mean, they have
for
to make
kids.
it for kids, though.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna throw out. But I just thought, okay, so like for instance, Ryder was on the reindeer saving Anna. Why couldn't you could just throw Ryder helping Sven and Kristoff out? Like it wouldn't have been that hard.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then on top, I wanted to throw out another like what moment. So when they're having the ceremony with the 2 tribes, and they recognize their father like immediately in that like flashback scene.
But they didn't recognize their mom.
Exactly. Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's our dad. And then they go back to it and like, wait, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
but in a way that didn't matter too much.
For me, like a scene that really stand out was I forgot the name of the snowman. Olaf.
Yeah.
Olaf having a some sort of Avengers Endgame kind of death.
Oh my god, I
It was
know when he.
hilarious. I was like, yo, this is Avengers, and I was laughing so hard at that because I know it's supposed to be sad, but it just looks like, I don't know, like the Spider-Man and Iron Man scene in Avengers.
Yeah. Okay. So the one thing I would throw out with it did feel like a little bit silly to me in that like it's clearly like Olaf's gonna come back, but like the impact for like a kid watching that for the first time, like gotta be super sad. Like
Yeah.
because you're like, I'm never gonna see Olaf again.
I know. I saw some people complaining about Olaf being brought back because like they can't stick to a death or whatever, and I was like, guys, you have to make this movie for toddlers.
Yeah.
Like little tiny babies. This is what
imagine explaining that a snowman dies.
Oh my god. And they're like, but Mufasa died in The Lion King. And I'm like, we didn't get to know Mufasa. Like Olaf was a big part of the first movie. Like
that would be like if they didn't kill Mufasa in Lion King 1 and instead did it in Lion King 2.
Yeah, after using him for merch and shit, like getting children attached, like
or like killing Pumbaa. Like,
yeah, it'd be like killing Pumbaa. That's exactly what it'd be like.
Killing Pumbaa.
It's not comparable to killing Mufasa. Like, oh my god.
Spoilers for Star Wars movies, but doing what they did. We won't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another thing that stuck out to me. Animation incredible.
Yeah, for me, a scene that really stand out was when Elsa starts to sing "Show Yourself," and like she, the ponytail, she just like she has her hair. I don't know how to say it. Like,
it finally
she lets her hair out.
Yeah,
she's free. She recognizes how important she is.
And her hair is so beautiful. Like, oh my god, I was living. It's amazing.
So the one thing I was going to throw out with that, Lindsay mentioned this. That might be bleeped in the actual review, but yeah, no villain in this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like just
sorry, I fucked that up.
No, you're fine. But just the fact that Lindsay, this is a review for kids. Just kidding, YouTube. Haha, please ban this. But just the fact that like you expect this big presence. Even okay, so here's the interesting thing that I think Frozen 2 does. You go into this movie and you're like, okay, I'm sort of expecting Anna to maybe get powers because like Elsa also has powers. And as soon as the mom is introduced and she sort of like kind of controls the wind, not in that you just think there's something going on there. And like in my head, I was like, oh, well, clearly mom's calling to her. And just for it to instead be, oh, Anna doesn't have powers, but she can still save the day because she's awesome and she's a great hero on her own. And then also, it's not going to be the mom. It's just Elsa has always been this presence and it's always like what she's been called to do. I know it's not necessarily a twist, but just for like expectations I had going in, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know if that was the same for y'all.
Yeah, like it was not a twist. Like when they said, "Oh, there's a fifth element," I was like, "Yo, I'm sure Elsa is the fifth element." I just
really?
Yeah,
oh, cool.
like for me it was kind of obvious, but
Luke Besson saunters in.
Yeah,
but I really like
Mia Jovovich.
I really like the ending. I think it was really sweet that the both had the places where they both ended in places where they felt like they belong.
Yeah,
and they didn't stop like seeing each other or being a family because like they will like keep
they
doing
were in
the
different
family
places.
meetings. And I really like it. Was really sweet. I don't know.
No, I definitely get that. Especially, I can't like understate this because I feel like it is important and it's something the movie could mess up. But just Kristoff giving Elsa that hug because they are friends. Like it's not they hang out together. They're basically family at this point. And like him being like, oh wow, like I can't believe you're back, Elsa. Like I don't know, for whatever reason, like if I was looking at like the 6-year-old me, I would be like, yes, this is what he needs. People are friends. This is great. Like just bringing everybody up with you. I don't know. I thought this movie was fun.
It's very fun.
Yep, but I think.
Go
for it, Theo.
I was just gonna say, I think it was really funny because when they released the promotional poster for Frozen 2, of course, fucking what's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever.
Neil Greaseball Tyson.
He was like, actually, snowflakes don't naturally form with like a symmetrical fold of 4. You actually got this right in the first Frozen, when you had them like be in symmetrical like by 6. So this isn't accurate. And it's like, bitch, just watch the fucking movie.
He's so annoying.
There's a reason why it's a fucking 4. And I'm just sorry. I just need to complain about it because he's fucking. He needs to. He just sucks. And
he just sucks. He really just sucks.
Dang,
I don't like that
who would have thought Frozen 2 coming at Neil Greasy Taste?
Dude, Neil deGrasse Tyson was just like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do today on Twitter? Oh, I'm gonna dunk on Frozen 2. Come on, bro. Like, it's a movie for fucking toddlers. Like, chill the fuck out.
I know when people are like so extreme at how much they hate it, I'm like, this is for babies. Like young babies.
Yeah, I think it was really cool, and I really like the animation, like the scene where Elsa is in the water and she's like trying to tame the horse. The water looks
that was so awesome.
The water looks so real. Like my dad asked me like, "Yo, is this animation?" I was like, "Yeah, this is animated." And he was like, "It looks so real," and I was like, "I know, right? Oh my god!"
So cute.
Also, Elsa confirmed horse girl.
Yeah, Elsa's a horse girl.
Well, so it's actually very interesting because they said that like the whole water animation and the horse animation was like a big
innovation.
Well, it was like a big part of their like, what they were like focusing on, and they actually said that when they were animating the water, it actually ended up looking too real, that it looked really weird when it was like compared to everything else. So they had to change it how they did it to make it a little bit more stylistic.
I don't know if you've seen The Good Dinosaur, but that's like one with The Good Dinosaur. It's like you have photorealistic water that they put in animation, and then they go to the dinosaurs that look like derps that are drawn by like 4-year-olds.
Yeah, like The Good Dinosaur is not my favorite Pixar movie, but the water in there looks so realistic. Like even the first shots, like the leaves and the I don't know, the rain, it looks awesome.
Looks incredible. One other thing. We're recording this, but the one other thing I was going to throw out is I sort of think, again, as we mentioned, like this is a film that's targeted for kids. That doesn't mean it's bulletproof to scrutiny. However, I sort of understand certain problems. But the whole thought process of like Elsa going on a separate adventure, fine on its own, But I also thought Sven, Olaf, and Kristoff and Anna, I thought they were gonna get the help of the rock people. In that, like, I thought it was leading. This was another thing. I thought it was leading up to Anna, or Elsa controlling like the 4 elements, because Olaf like had the friends with the wind, and then Elsa was like, oh, okay, cool. And then she found the salamander, and she was like, okay, cool, 2 out of 4. And then she controlled the horse, and I was like, wait, when is she gonna get the rock people? Because that's the 4th. And that never happened.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there are some like messy elements with the story where I think maybe it had gone through rewrites or something. I feel like that lizard thing was probably going to be something bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
Yeah. But it was very cute.
That's also how I feel about Moana, because I learned about I don't know if you guys heard it. Didn't expect me to talk about Moana random trivia in the spoiler section, but it's stuff I know, so here we go.
Try to flex.
Yeah, but the pig that doesn't go on the adventure in Moana was actually supposed to be like a mainstay character, and the chicken was supposed to be like a Mulan type. And I remember because I got the Mulan cereal one day, and the sticker that they put in it was the pig smiling on the boat with Moana, but then the chicken looking very serious and very like, you have to listen to me because I'm the chicken. Hey is his name.
Hey.
But then they were like, oh, hey, we don't like the chicken. He's way too serious. Kids don't like that.
Yeah.
Either get rid of him or get rid of the pig. And they were like, okay, well, we don't want to kill the pig, so let's keep it on the island. And then they made the chicken goofy. But I feel like in this movie, something happened where they were like, hey, if we do all the things you want to do, we're going to end up with a 3-hour movie, and kids' attention spans are not that long.
I do agree. It felt very like, that's why I was a little bit hesitant on it, because it was like, in order, it's like wind, fire, water, and earth. And when they did because they do the wind first, and then they do the fire, when they do fire, it's like, oh, they just tamed this like Charmander thing. Cool. But then you're like, and then they do the water, and it's like, oh shit, water's got like a horse. It's awesome. And you go like, wait, what was the wind animal? And then you're like, oh, it was just a tornado. Well, it's just
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Right. Like
I also thought that like thing. I thought that like something bad was gonna happen to Elsa when she got to Autumn. It sounds like they're saying Autumn, but I know that's not what they're saying. Like Autumn Holland or whatever. Because I don't know, like her Into the Unknown, when she sings it and stuff, she's like, creepy, oh, there's like a siren. There's like a siren calling me, and like I don't know. I thought that it was like an ominous kind of a thing, and then she gets there and just like, oh, she just like learns how to love herself, or whatever. But I felt like there was maybe some version of it where Elsa like kind of goes dark again or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know though.
Spoilers for the first.
Also, okay, so another thing.
You should watch the first.
Well, the way Theo watches movies, technically that is. But another random thing I was going to throw out. Not only does Frozen 1 kills off the family, but then they do it again in Frozen 2, and I was like, geez, y'all are really throwing us through the ringer again.
Wait, sorry, with what?
They have them huddled together on the boat, like getting ready to drown, and I was like,
oh, I know.
Oh.
Those are the worst parents ever.
They're not they're trying their best.
Oh my god, they're so bad.
They went to Auntie Holland for their daughter.
They died.
Which also doesn't really match with the first movie, but that's
like they tell Elsa to like hide her power.
They didn't know any better.
Conceal yourself.
Also, it doesn't make sense because now canonically the mom for sure knew about these powers.
Well, if you think about it, Elsa only realizes her powers at the end when she accepts her sexuality. And
that's exactly what it is.
Right?
No, it's not.
So her mom is like repressing her sexuality.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. They're like, you need to hide yourself.
And her
reading
mom
themes
was
that aren't
gay,
directly being put onto the page is a really interesting thing.
Conceal, don't feel.
But with that said, this is going to end our review. Spoiler.
Oh my god!
For Frozen 2. Kristoff, he likes boys. He has a girlfriend. Anna.
He's bisexual.
No.
He's bisexual. Why are you being so bisexual?
He is not, and Ryder is just a nice friend of Kristoff.
Okay, hear me out, hey.
Just say you hate bisexuals.
Short film soon about Ryder and Kristoff. There might even be fanfics now.
That's a fanfic.
I'm gonna look fanfics now. Wait.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our spoiler discussion. Thanks. Bye.
Fanfics are canon.